I'm sure everyone is already familiar with this clip. Some of us were even lucky enough to see it live. But have you ever stopped to ask, what really makes it so special? Is it his aim? His calmness and awareness? When we look at the keystrokes from this clip, we can see that the true magic happens here, in his movement. Donk has truly mastered the art of movement in CS. But it's not what you might expect. He doesn't do crazy B-hops, and I also don't want to talk about the mythical donk slide. Movement in CS2 is complex, and Donk is an expert. But here's the thing, you don't need to be Donk to move like a pro. Today, we're gonna dive into the micro of CS2, and I'll teach you everything you need to know to become a movement savant in CS2. Let me ask you something. When you hold an angle in CS2, how long do you stay there? 5 seconds? 10? Maybe even longer? I'm here to tell you that if you're standing still for any amount of time, you're already at a disadvantage. Just take a look at this clip of Donk. I mean, he's almost unhittable. CS2 rewards movement in ways that CSGO never did. Holding angles traditionally as a rifler in the era of CS2 is almost pointless. Think about it. If you're standing still, you're an easy target, just waiting to get pre-aimed. But if you're always moving, you force enemies to adjust, overthink, and most importantly, miss. And that's the real power of movement. So here's the first lesson. Stop being a statue. Make small and calculated adjustments. Once you start moving with purpose, you'll notice how much harder it is for enemies to land their shots, and how much easier it becomes for you to take control. One of Donk's greatest strengths isn't just how he moves, it's when he moves. You might have heard a popular take in the community, timing is everything, and I 100% agree with it. Tell me, in this scenario, who do you think won the fight? I did. Even though my position is known and I'm low HP, I've got all the space in the world. I can move back and forth to choose my own timings and peaks I want to perform. The real reason I was likely to win this duel is because I've taken control of the timing. The key to mastering timing is to balance reacting and anticipating. Use quick peeks to gather info, then choose the perfect moment to commit. Use subtle movements to bait reactions. A quick jiggle here, a fake retreat there, it's all designed to force mistakes. Timing isn't just about mechanics, it's about reading the game and staying one step ahead. By squats, I obviously mean crouching and uncrouching soon after. Most players either overuse crouching by holding their crouch key every single time they spray, or they don't crouch at all. Both are big mistakes. Crouching is most effective when paired with other movements. Again, let's look at Donk as an example for this. He's doing it to throw off his opponent's crosshair in every fight, and the best part is, he is fully accurate while doing so. So, when should you crouch? There are mainly two scenarios I would like to highlight here. The first one is mid-duel. Crouch just before shooting and uncrouch a few bullets later. If you're spraying for more than 10 bullets, just rinse and repeat. The second scenario is during a peek. Use a crouch mid-peek to change your head height and disrupt the enemy's crosshair placement. The key here is to be deliberate. Every crouch should serve a purpose, either avoiding a shot or setting yourself up for a better fight. Strafing is the bread and butter of movement in CS2, but you should not underestimate it because of its simplicity. Sure, at first glance, it looks pretty straightforward. Tap the opposite movement key, stop, and shoot. But here's the thing, to reach the next level, you need to transform it into second nature. It is a perfect example of how something can be so easy to learn, but yet so difficult to master. Let's go back to the clip from the beginning. Focus on Donk's key presses. Boom, perfect counter strafe. Boom, another one. And another one. Obviously, he has these patterns almost ingrained in his brain from all the games he's played. Lesson 4. Strafing isn't flashy, but it wins rounds. If you want to take your gameplay to the next level, Turning those movements into muscle memory is a must. Here's how you can get there. Load up any map. Practice strafing while maintaining your crosshair in one position. Start slow and then build up speed. Remember to do every possible variant. AD, WS, AWSD. After that, start moving around. Practice bursts. See if your bullets go where you want them to go. When you finish, join a deathmatch server. Try out everything you've trained before. And here's a pro tip. Mix it up. Too many players fall into predictable patterns, like always strafing left, always picking the same way. Incorporate every method you know, even those that you are not comfortable with yet. It will speed up the process of learning. KZ maps are a staple for anyone who wants to get insane at movement. If you have somehow never tried them, you're missing out. Firstly, because it's just fun to get around the map and compete for the best times, but more importantly, it's perfect for sharpening every little part of your movement game. Yes, you probably won't need to do a long jump in a real game. Yes, you definitely won't have to make 7 strafes in just 1 second. But it teaches you control. It's one thing to jump around in casual matches, but in KZ, you're forced to hit every jump, time your strafes perfectly, and manage your speed. Please don't set any checkpoints. Make it simple. You mess up, you fall. Simple as that. But once you get the hang of it, you'll notice how much smoother you move in actual games. I've got a few quick tips for people who are starting out. Pick an easy KZ map. Don't jump into the crazy ones right away. Start with the basics and get used to how it feels. Work on consistency, not speed. Forget about being the fastest player in the lobby for now. Your goal is to land every jump cleanly, every single time. Nail the basics first, and speed will come naturally. Take it into real games. Once you've got the hang of it, you'll start seeing opportunities in matches. Quick boosts, silent repositioning, escaping bad fights. That's when you know it's paying off. And there you have it. The greatest CS2 movement guide in just under 8 minutes. Master these 5 chapters and you'll not only move better, you'll play smarter, win fights, and frustrate the hell out of your opponent. But remember, movement mastery, or any mastery in fact, is not an overnight thing. It's all about putting in the repetitions, learning from your mistakes, and building those skills step by step. Even Donk started somewhere. But now, it's your turn to level up. That's it from me. Now, get out of here. Join a server and start improving. See you at the top.